Hello, welcome pen friends. My name is Chris and I'm back with another pen related video. Today we're going to be talking about my new little pen case that I got. This is the Nock Tallulah, and I got it open to start with because this is the reason I got this pen case. Was I really like that. I like to be able to open them flat and work right on the desk. But let's go ahead, we'll zip it up and I'll show you what it looks like that way too. But it's a compact little case. It's real nice. The dimensions are 6.5 this way, lengthwise, by 2.5 this way. And their information says 3/4 inch thick. But with everything that I put in here, I'm measuring it at about 1 3/8. So it really has that same kind of stuffability, I guess, if that's a word, as the Sinclair. So let's open it back up again. The reason that I got this, yeah, it's a little stiff because it's new, but the zipper works really well. The reason I got this is so that I'd have something small enough to use with my bullet journal, so I could put bullet journal essentials in here but not be loaded down with a larger case. I've got a couple of cases that are quite a bit bigger and they get heavy, but I just wanted to slim it down so that when I'm putting things in my backpack and my bag, like to go on appointments with my husband and to go on things, it's lighter. And so this is what, when I saw it, as soon as I started seeing haul videos from people from the DC Pen Show, I thought, I gotta have one of those. And then they came out on Instagram saying that they had some on their website. So that's what I did. I ordered directly from Nock. It's their website, I'll link it for you, but it's nockco.com, but I'll go ahead and link that for you. So what have I got in here? I've got my TWSBI Diamond 580 that was my weekly writer last week in my bullet journal, and it's still you know, loaded with ink, so I got that in here and it fits real nicely. And then I've got this week's writer is my Mont Blanc 145, and it's got Diamine Autumn Oak from the Ink Flight sample, and it's I was told, I can't remember, somebody on here mentioned to use a nice wet writer, to use a nib that's soft, you know, with it, and it was a real good choice. It's doing real well. I'll show you my bullet journal. I just haven't really done a lot yet. I've just got my my weekly layout, and I used it up here, and I'm hoping it'll show the shading that does. That Diamine Autumn Oak is beautiful, and I'm going to use that to fill in after my little tasks. I always journal down below here, so that's what every week I pick a different, you know, ink color to kind of feature, and that's what I'm doing for this week. But so it has the 2 spots on this side that are nice and secure for your pens, and then it has this section here, which, the way I look at it, I think they designed it so you could put business cards, and the case can be kept very slim so that, you know, guys could wear it in their shirt pocket or something. But yeah, you probably wouldn't want to do that as thick as I've got it. But over here, I just have a couple more of the things I use in my bullet journal. My pencil, my mechanical pencil, which is, oh, as soon as I found these, I fell in love with these. They're really, really nice looking, and they write real well, and they have a grip. It's a Papermate. And then I've got, well, let's empty it, because then I've got a Sharpie pen, which is really handy for the bullet journal. And then this is my favorite of the Microns. It's the 03. You can see that. I seem to grab for that a lot, and I also address a lot of envelopes with this too, because then I know it's going to be permanent for my envelope. And then this is was sent to me by a pen friend. It's a Mach 3. It's 0.38. This is a really smooth writer. I mean, I know these aren't fountain pens on this side, but oh my goodness, they're nice. And then I threw in a little old ruler. I can't find my better one. I have a little grid ruler, but anyway, this is nice and translucent so I can see where I'm drawing. And this is just a piece of paper, a blotting paper, because every once in a while I'll be like, oh, I got to close this book, you know. And I have a paper in my bullet journal that's bigger, but sometimes you really want to make sure you don't make a smear. So that's what I have in here right now. It'll probably change again. It changed just since I did my Instagram video, which is what I want to talk about too. I started doing Instagram TV today. Just did a little video on this case, in fact, just as a test. And so that was kind of fun. This case came with a couple of stickers from them, but it was just, it came through really quickly. Whoops, I guess I got fabric from my fabric project. But I want to say what I really like about it is the size. It's nice and small, and and yet it holds a lot. I mean, that's a lot for a little pen case this size. But what I want to do is compare it. And I know about the quality of the Nock cases because I have been using the Sinclair for a long time now. And it's one of my favorite cases. But I just really wanted a lay flat, open flat, small one for my bullet journaling. So, you've got the quality going for you. You can fit it either in your pocket or in a bag real easily. Much easier than the larger ones. So, let's go ahead. First we'll compare it with the Nock Sinclair. And then I've got a couple of things I'll talk about that didn't quite work out perfectly, but it's still interesting. So this is how it compares. And I'll tell you guys, it's a lot easier on YouTube to do this because on the Instagram TV, they want you using a vertical format. You have to. And so it was really hard. I was trying to show it real nicely that it's the same basic length, but you're talking about a lot slimmer. And the fact that most of you are probably familiar with these. These are a go-to case in the fountain pen community, but it just zips like that and then opens up, and you have your three, let's see, let me move that around. You have your three places on this side that hold your pens, and then you can get real creative over here. You could put a notebook, which I've done before, but generally speaking, I put pens everywhere I can, but I'm getting lighter and lighter with my pens because I'm trying to prepare for September and have as few as possible inked up so I can participate in the 30 days, 30 inks challenge with Ink Journal. I think that's going to be fun. And I'm the first to admit if I'm not quite kosher, if I've got some inked up, which I probably will have to for reviews. But I'm working at it. I'm trying not to ink up any more new ones, and I'm working on using these, getting them all cleaned up. So it's a very, very different case than the other one since it zips up this way, and this goes all the way around, and then it gives you, well, not all the way around. It gives you that side there, so that you can just lay that flat on your work surface, and I really like that. But I like this one too. So this is very specific and very, I'm going to try to dedicate it to my bullet journaling. And that's the purpose. That's the reason why I got it. So now let's talk, just to be fair, let me mention a couple of things. I was a little bit disappointed that my regular size Stabilo wouldn't fit in there because it's too tall. So that's a no-go. But for some reason, I do have the smaller ones in some of the colors, which would be perfect, but I don't have the gray, and the gray I use a lot for my boxes and outlines that I just want them to be real inconspicuous. So I'm going to be looking for a gray one this size, because then I could just pop that in there, and that would be just like, bullet journal piece or something. So, but anyway, that, and then one other thing, which is just real small, was that I kind of wanted to have my TWSBI Mini in here, but if you notice, this part here doesn't go up too far, and so it doesn't catch on the clip. And I would like it a little better if it was a little higher, but I do think then that would defeat their purpose of having it so that business cards or little, papers could go in there, because then if you were trying to get them out, that would be hard. And, I could always just go ahead and really think it through good, and if I want to carry the Mini, I'm going to have to take out another one of the pens. So that's just something to be aware of. These are a little different. Yes, they're loose, but they're not as expensive as the TWSBI Mini. So I would want to go ahead and say remove this one and go ahead and put it over here, and that's fine. That just means, making good decisions, making the, knowing what I'm going to be writing with at least that day, which seems entirely doable. So really what I'm trying to say is as far as I'm concerned, there are no cons about this case. I really like it. And, let's see, I was going to grab out my Jim Hines Custom, and I don't think I'd be carrying that in here, but actually I meant to test it out. I had to see. I think, yeah, okay, so you could, but I don't want to scratch that pen either. That's a little different. Actually, you know, you can do it. It's just a matter, I do baby that pen a lot. So see, that's a 6-inch, a full long pen, and it fits in here. So it's not like I'm saying you can't fit a long pen, but these Stabilos just happen to be long. They're really long. I wouldn't carry it in there. I've been carrying that in one of my rickshaw, nice, soft, cuddly cases. So, you know, it's great. It's not like it's a tiny little case. Surely all of the regular sized fountain pens are going to fit in here. So really, really nice. Let me refer to my notes and just make sure. So this, like I said, I ordered it directly off their site. And somewhere online I read that they're going to have different colors next year, or, you know, to come in the future. But don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. I don't hear it directly from them. And I know that I've heard people getting them at the pen shows, these in the black with the gray trim there. And then they had mentioned that they have a limited quantity on their website. So I jumped right on that because I really like it. Really like it. So the other thing is that if you follow me on Instagram, you'll get sort of a different a different little short video over there on this. Because I decided that would be kind of fun to try. I watched several of Wasky Squirrel's videos over there, and it was neat. It's kind of more informal and a little different, but I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to see whether I could figure it out, and I did. So, you know, it was really easy to, if you have an Instagram account, it's really easy to create the Instagram TV part. It's just maybe 2 clicks, I think, and you got it. And then you just can make your video and upload it really easily. So anyway, so I want to invite you to check that out if you want to, and I'll do my best to link it in the comments below. That's not exactly my strong suit, but I'll work at that and see what I can do. So I think that's it for the pen case. I really like it. It's just what's not to like, really. It lays flat, and it looks really well made, like the Sinclair, and it just makes me happy. It makes me compactly have a place for my bullet journal stuff. So that's the video, and now I do have a crystal. Surprise, surprise! I'm trying to catch up on having the crystals, and I got my book here. Oh, I thought it was just so neat how everything, this was not planned. Totally not planned. I'd already inked up the Mont Blanc, and then this sticker, you know, came with a pen case, and then the citrine just, I mean, look at that. I didn't plan it, but that's when the best stuff happens, I guess. So this, I found it at Solomon's Mine for just a few dollars. It was just this part, just the crystal itself with, you know, made onto this thing. And then these I just have laying around, the dog tag style. But citrine, and let's read about it a little bit because it's really cool. Okay, it talks about citrine as a powerful cleanser and regenerator. Carrying the power of the sun, this is an exceedingly beneficial stone. It is warming, energizing, and highly creative. Okay, as soon as I read that, I thought I'm putting that on and I'm wearing it because this is what I'm trying to do, get back into my creativity. This is one of the crystals that never needs cleansing. So that is in line with, we know the amethyst is that way, and also a clear quartz crystal, and there are some more, but right off the bat I can't think what they are. It absorbs, transmutes, dissipates, and grounds negative energy, and is therefore extremely protective for the environment. Citrine energizes every level of life. I forgot to show what book we're in. We're in the Crystal Bible by Judy Hall. Oh my goodness. I'm just all over the place today. But anyway, that's kind of my normal mode, so guess I'm getting better. Okay, so where were we? Let's see. As an aura protector, it acts as an early warning system so that action can be taken to protect oneself. It has the ability to cleanse the chakras, especially the solar plexus and navel chakras. It activates the crown chakra and opens the intuition. Citrine cleanses and balances the subtle bodies, aligning them with the physical. I thought I had a separate piece of this, but when I went looking, I couldn't find it. So I may be remembering something in my friend Karen's collection. It wasn't mine or something. I don't know. But I did think that I had. Okay, and gosh, not to read the whole thing, but over here it says citrine is one of the stones of abundance. This dynamic stone teaches how to manifest and attracts wealth and prosperity, success, and all good things. Citrine is a happy, generous stone and encourages sharing what you have, and yet helps you hold on to your wealth. It has the power to impart joy to all who behold it. I just love it. As soon as I came, I got to admit, I don't see it as the prettiest crystal I have. It's not that I think it's ugly either, but to me it's like, it doesn't bowl me over with its looks, but it has a tone or a feeling to it, and I really like it. Gloom and negativity have no place around citrine. It is a useful stone for smoothing group or family discord. I just don't see how we can go without this one then. This one has so much going for it. Psychologically, citrine raises self-esteem and self-confidence and removes destructive tendencies. Look, if it even has a chance of helping with those things, I'm in. It enhances individuality, improves motivation, activates creativity. I need a bigger chunk. Okay, I need a bigger piece. Actually, that's not a thing. I read somewhere that the size of the crystal has nothing to do with it. It's all about the particular energy, and it wouldn't matter if it was a tiny piece or a big boulder. So that's what I understand anyway. It helps you develop a positive attitude and to look forward optimistically, going with the flow instead of hanging on to the past. This stone promotes enjoyment of new experiences and encourages exploring every possible venue until you find the best solution. Goodness, every sentence kind of relates to me and is good. Mentally, citrine enhances concentration and revitalizes the mind. It is excellent for overcoming depression, fears, and phobias. Gosh, I could go on forever and probably should, and yet I know you can read this for yourself. You can just do a quick Google on it and probably wouldn't be quite as boring hearing me read it. But if this appeals to you, there's lots of online resources for reading about the capabilities of citrine. Or I could put it like this. You can probably pause the video. But this is an excellent book for finding out about crystals. So I thought I'd share this one with you because I didn't read about it ahead of time. I saw that I liked the amethyst one I got from her, and I thought that this would be nice too, and lo and behold, it turned out to be better than I thought. So there's that. So let me know in the comments what you think. This case here has, I think, a lot of potential for such a small pen case, and I can see myself, I know I'll be using it on a daily basis. It won't go to waste. I don't know whether I mentioned that it was $30. So, your Sinclairs, your larger ones are $40. But I remember hearing Brian Goulet say that when they're making these kind of cases, that often even the single pen case costs almost as much as the larger ones. It's, the whole construction and then you're dealing with a zipper and everything. So anyway, let me know what you think, and thank you very much for viewing. And if you're interested, head on over to Instagram, where there's also a lot going on, and I plan to do at least a weekly offering over there for a small video and see how it goes. It's kind of neat to be in on it fairly soon after it starts and see what the potentials are and everything. So thank you very much, and have a wonderful evening. Bye now.